appropriateness in the Borough of Manhattan, 326 Columbus Avenue in the Upper West Side Central Park West Historic District. It's docket number 167189. This is a modern-style apartment building designed by Yeshayahu Eshkar and built in 1971. The application is to replace windows. This was read into the record on April 7th, 2015, is being presented today for the first time.
How are you? I'm okay.
Good morning, Victor Timonik, Preservation staff. As Jared mentioned, this is on Columbus Avenue in the Upper West Side of Central Park West Historic District. What you're looking at here is actually a new facade that was installed on the 3 tenement buildings in 1971. When the district was designated in 1990, it was given a modern style. And the application is to install new windows at all the upper floors, which have a new operation and configuration. And the architect is here to go into further detail.
Hi, Huntley Gill, Mordia Architects. This is an unusual situation. This is a building which the owner, and who's also the original builder, admits is a non-contributing building. In fact, it's sort of an embarrassment for him in many ways. He's become much more of a preservationist in the meantime. The windows that we're planning on replacing are, the building is classified as modern in the designation report. The windows that we're planning on replacing are wood with 2 double hungs on either side of a small fixed pane. And frankly, that whole original window is inappropriate to the original style. And the builder admits that the only reason that they put them in was that they just couldn't afford anything else in 1971. It was a different world. You can see that they're in bad shape, quite deteriorated. And what we're proposing, you can see this is just there's 6 studio apartments on the front of the building. Each apartment has 1 set of windows. This is the existing condition. Again, double hung wooden windows on either side with a fixed pane in the center. And you'll note the asymmetry of the arrangements of the fire escapes and the through-wall air conditioners. The through-wall air conditioner is really a good thing because we don't have to worry about air conditioners in the new windows, which is always the problem when you try and do casements like this, which is what we're proposing. Exchanging the wooden windows for new metal windows. They would be a powder finished, flat finished, to stick to the same color basically as what the existing windows are, to try and make it go away, coming as close as we can to the glazed brick. The windows would be a single casement opening in. We actually get more light and air with replacement windows than the originals, which is the opposite of what normally happens. It also makes access to the fire escapes much better because it's a full casement rather than just half of a window opening. Again, detailed drawings, existing, proposed. And here you can see the double hungs and then the inward opening casement. And then the rest of this is windows that aren't part of the application. The rear windows are all double hung windows that are being replaced with.
Okay, questions? Yeah. Any questions?
No work to the AC louvers?
No.
All right, why don't we take testimony? Max Yeston?
Max Yeston, Landmark West. The application is to replace wooden single central pane and fixed glass windows flanked by 2 narrow 4/4 light double hung windows painted tan to match the color of the glazed brick with aluminum single fixed pane, single casement, inward opening windows of similar color at 326 Columbus Avenue. The building was originally 3 tenements combined with a modern facade by Yeshayahu Eshkar in 1971. Our committee appreciates the owner's interest in improving the function and thermal performance of the windows for the residents. However, replacing wood windows original to this facade with aluminum ones that don't meet the standards set forth in the LPC's guidelines, which recognize that, quote, it is important to retain the configuration, operation, details, material, and finish of the original window, including the sash itself, unquote, is inappropriate. Of these criteria, only color of finish is retained in the proposal. We see no rational basis for allowing the proposal to deviate from the guidelines. The architects claim that the alteration will increase access to the fire escape is laudable, though it comes with an asterisk. The proposal would eliminate one of the two operable windows in each apartment. Even in the building's original form as tenements with limited amenities, each unit had two operable sash. Should one of the tenants have a child under 10, they must weigh the desire for health of fresh air against the risk of life safety of those inside, as they would be legally required to install safety guards. Maintaining the 3-bay configuration with 2 operable bays would resolve this conflict, allowing the top sash to lower for airflow. Aesthetically, while the 3 buildings read as a single composite, it is the Columbus Avenue facade that unifies them. A woven mix of horizontal brick courses accentuated with red ribbons and countered by chameleon fire escape stacks, the facade is an intentional tartan pattern, vertically balancing the strong horizontal accents. The existing windows match the brick color to provide depth against the otherwise minimal brick delineation. The scale of the 3 distinct bays per dwelling unit and the finer grained muntins modulate the facade and are respectful of their utility and context. The proposal offers a model that emphasizes framing the fire escape. Its oversized, fixed, and narrow operable bays do not align to the fire escape rails as the existing windows do, and they weaken the overall composition. Appropriate measures would involve retention of a second operable bay and muntins in any replacement proposal. Should replacement be necessary, we stand behind the LPC's own guideline, Rule 3-01D-3, that, quote, the new windows should match the original or historic window in design and other visual qualities, unquote. Thank you.
Thank you. Any more speakers on this item? All right, Community Board 7 believes that the design of the replacement windows is reasonably appropriate to the more contemporary character of the building and its overall context within the block of the Historic District. Therefore, it's resolved that the Preservation Committee of Community Board 7, Manhattan, approves the replacement windows. Sarah, would you like to just comment on our rule?
Sure, just to respond to the comment about the LPC guidelines, which are really are the LPC rules. The rules are codified for the purposes of allowing a staff level approval. So any work that meets the rules is eligible